Okay, so what we have here is a 20 ounce skinny sublimation. This one is a special order. It's come with a really special lid. I'm not going to be able to show you the end of the video, the result 100%, because it's a personalized one with a picture and I don't like to show the pictures of my customers. But it's come with this new lid that I have available. This again, it was a really like special order, so I only got this one for her. Why I decided to do the sublimation one, and this is something you always have to keep in mind, and it's a way for you to save time. It's like she want a white background, so why do I want to buy a stainless steel? I want to sand it, prep it, paint it, and then work on it, and painting it white. So I decided to buy the sublimation one. Now it's ready. What are we gonna do is I'm gonna use, first of all, 99% alcohol. And we're gonna go through it. We're gonna make sure we clean it all up. Obviously, I just took it out of the box, but it always can be some dust in it. You don't know who really touched it. I touched it myself, taking it out of the box. So we just slowly, you don't really know how many times you've been through it because it's not like you're removing anything, but yeah. And this is something I like about it, the working sublimations, because you can't clean alcohol on the paint, and sometimes we tend to paint our tumblers and leave them around, and then after they are dusty, and if you clean them with alcohol, the paint normally goes away. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do a marble. I know you've seen a typical, like a type of similar marble in another project that I made on a mug. This one we're gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna repeat, and also the shades that we are gonna use of a mica powder are gonna be different. My customer is looking more for pink color, so I'm gonna use different type of pinks. I'm gonna go with some lighter colors. I think 3 of those. I'm gonna have a look. I'm having a look at my micas while I'm filming, so bear with me for a minute. But yes, I think I'm happy with those. And then she wants some white. Obviously the tumbler is white, but we need to give some white feeling to it. So I'm looking for these two. So we have flashing white and pearl purple. So those two as well are coming with me. Let me prep the epoxy and come back to you in a moment. Okay, I just mixed 80 ml of epoxy. I'm using my Artisan, okay, with a 1:1 ratio. Even if I supply Artisan and Facet, I will say don't ever use Facet to do this style. End of it. You might be a pro, you might think you know what you're doing, but believe me, you don't want to mess up these things. And Facet tends to dry in a really fast speed, and we need this one to take our time to create the design, and to as well we are gonna heat it a lot with the heat gun and with the torch and everything, so we need to make sure we are in control of the temperature of the epoxy, because if we do a lot of heat gun and then suddenly it's really hot, what is gonna happen is that it's going to cure, and then we're gonna be in trouble. So first thing that we're gonna do to make sure our tumbler is ready for us is we're gonna use our heat gun. Mine is absolutely destroyed. I have another one, but I haven't used it yet for this type of things, so I don't want to do it yet. So yeah, mine, as you can see, is a little bit damaged. I burned it somehow working a lot last month, so yeah. Let's just like warm up our entire tumbler. I know other people put them near like heaters and things like that. Now we are summer, so I don't have any heater on, and this will be the best way to do it. This is also something you can do when you have spray paint, because the spray paint and the heat gun will melt. So while my epoxy gets settled, I'm going to start protecting my working area, and I'm going to start separating. So as I say, I prepare 80 ml. Why I prepare 80 ml? Because we have 5 colors. So we're going to do We're gonna do 10 milliliters each. I'm gonna keep 30 milliliters on my here, and then if I need any more in any color, okay, I will add it, but I want to make sure that the first coat, which is no mica at all, it's absolutely fine. So let me prepare them and get back to you in a minute. As I said, 10 ml each, and then we add the mica. The mica, actually, you will add as much color of that one you want, like how thick you want that color, how much you want that color. If you want just a slight shadow, like I have some of the colors, I just want kind of like a little bit of shade, but I don't want much the color, so I'm gonna put a little bit less. And in the ones that I want a lot, I'm actually gonna put a lot. So because we already have the white one, I'm actually thinking that for the first mixture, I'm gonna use one of the whites, probably the iris dance, and then yeah, so that's how we're gonna do 5. Anyway, it's okay, you can change your mind every time. As you can see, I change always my mind on halfway of the things that I'm doing, and later on, even if I have to mix, I'm gonna be fine. So in this one that I have 30 ml here, I'm gonna put the super sparkly white one, okay, and then in another one I'm gonna put the white purple. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. So the background is gonna be really shiny, so every color that I put, it should pop up. So we're taking our wood sticks to do the mixture. I buy them in these huge packages, and they last me for so long because I reuse them a lot, so you don't have to worry much about it, especially when I'm doing similar colors. Like this case, I kind of just use 2, honestly. So we're gonna go first with whites, because obviously that one we want the stick to be absolutely clean. And this one is kind of like, if it flows in the air, it's absolutely fine, because it's so pretty. This one reminds me to one of like my #1 sellers on glitter. That is just like so pretty. I use it a lot. And I'm sad because I'm getting really low on stock of it, and I'm gonna have to buy it again, all the colors, but it's fine. You can see, can you see how's the sparkle of it? You can see that beauty right there. Okay, so this one, obviously the epoxy is ready, so you just have to make sure. Obviously, listen, you're giving a lot of bubbles to your epoxy doing this, but you think about the tumbler is hot, we're gonna heat, use the heat gun, use the torch, so you don't have to worry much about bubbles in this type of styles, because we're gonna kill the bubbles. We're gonna kill the bubbles at some point. So everybody wait. So now let's use the white pearl. So anything that we are doing will have that pinkish background that my customer has asked for. And I don't know if you will be able to appreciate it there. This is the one that I use in the other mug that I share over Christmas. And that's why I know, like, I use it multiple times, but especially that time, I can tell you, like, it was a really good choice. So there we go. Now we move on with the pinks. Obviously I'm gonna put the brighter pink, and then so I took this one, which is peach. I might change my mind just because I just read right now it's peach. This is bright red, so I might go with purple. Actually, I'm gonna change peach for purple, just because I don't want that orangey tone. And then I have rose. Okay, so I take my stick. So we have a rose here. There we go. We mix rose, which again, rose is from the previous video that you watched with the mug. But in that time, I also mixed some reds. So that's why it's become like that. But you can see how pretty rose is. Okay, this is ready. I mean, we have to work fast, but not in a huge speed like we will have to if we were using fast set. We wouldn't be able to be chatting if I was using fast set. That's why when I do fast sets, I can't film videos because I need to focus, not talking. And I have to say that lately a lot of my orders has been like rush orders, so I have no choice but to not be able to film. So there you will go with this one. Look how pretty. Let's see if it's focused. Come on, baby, focus. So yeah, if it's one to focus, you can see how pretty is that one. For some reason, ahí está. There you go. Okay, so that is Carpe my tool, which I use it a lot on my molds. This was like one of my stars colors on all of my molds, and especially when I mix it with black, and gold, people was obsessed with it. Okay, and there it comes with purple, and then that with it we will be done with all of our mix. So there comes a purple, which I could say this one is the less epoxy that I put, and probably if I have some of the white or the iridescent one, I will put it here a little bit. So we get gloves on and we start the show. This is random, okay? Like, you made this however you want. It doesn't matter what your customer says. You can't always give your customer in these styles what they want, just for the simplest reason that you don't know how the colors are gonna pour, okay? So one more time, we're gonna give some heat to our tumbler. Make sure it's absolutely clean. Give some heat to our epoxy, especially the first one we are using. It's getting hot. Let's put some bubbles over here. Okay, so there we go with it. First, again, I think I'm doing it wrong, guys, because I am on your way of the camera, right? I believe so. Okay, let me try to do this way. So the first coat is a thick coat, and we need to make sure we cover the entire tumbler. I will always say, don't try to do this changing the background of your paint, because when you heat it up, the colors might run away and you might be able to fully see the background. So if you're using a white background, use a white mica. If you're using a black background, it's because it's a black mica. I mean, I think you get me with what I'm saying, right? And as you can see, 30 ml has been absolutely more than enough to cover the entire tumbler. You can see how is it shining. This is a stunning color, I'm telling you. If you would like to purchase these mica powders, you just have to message me, find me over my social media. If you don't want to message me or you don't want to email me, you can find me over social media. We can give it a chat and I will send them straight away to you, because I know people is obsessed with them. And over the Christmas season especially, it was like a non-stop of selling them. Okay, so we make sure we have it all. And now that it's running, what I'm doing is this. I know it sounds crazy, but it's not. You take with your glove, and in the colors that you want to put, just do like this. So you take it, you put it, you take it, you put it. So you're not wasting any epoxy. Epoxy is expensive, guys. So we are not wasting any epoxy, and we are not making any mess. That's something that we all do. Ladies and gentlemen, we all make a mess with our designs, okay? Glitter is a mess, epoxy is a mess, micas are a mess. So if you're a messy person, just don't think you're the only one on the world and feel guilty about it, okay? Welcome to the amazing crafting world. Everything related to crafting is a mess, but the results are so pretty, it's also worth it. So can you see the mix? So now what I'm doing is I'm just mixing it all, so my purple becomes a brighter and obviously more a shiny color. I'm not done with that, because I still have a little bit more in here. I'm gonna kind of take this toothpick from here, and then I'm gonna put these ones on the other ones too. I'm gonna slightly put a little bit, so I make sure we stay with the shine on all of them, and we respect the sign on all of them. And it's kind of like the style of it, yeah? That makes any sense to you? It does to me. It might not to you. So we mix them again. All of them now are gonna be slightly sunnier than before, and that's absolutely okay, because that's what we're doing here, making everything brighter and sparklier and prettier and more special. So again, we just go through it, and you can see how pretty. Oh gosh, today somebody doesn't want to work properly on focus. Hey you, I'm here, not there, here. Hey, there we go. So what we do now is basically we just pour everything. What I like to do always, this is my personal liking. First of all, I change my gloves, number one, because I'm not gonna probably touch my tumbler anymore, and mine are super dirty with epoxy right now. So what we do is we start melting this epoxy that is on right now. Okay, so let's warm this up. One is warm, don't do too much. Let me take my torch, and we're gonna torch it up to kill bubbles. So let's kill some bubbles. Anyway, this is also giving some, I'm here with my picture, just in case you can't see me on camera. Because sometimes I think you can see everything on the camera, but you can't, because I'm on a certain safe distance, and not everything is visible. So yeah, if you're new, if you're a beginner, the torch kills bubbles. Even if it hits your epoxy, but it kills bubbles. Where the heat gun melts your epoxy. Yeah, it can kill bubbles, but you will have to stay there for a long time until you kill them. And if you are actually gonna stay there for a long time, what is gonna happen is that your epoxy is gonna start running, and you're gonna be in trouble, because I'm gonna give some heat over all of my micas to warm them up and to make sure we kill a little bit more bubbles. So we off our torch. This is what I use, by the way. I use that one and that one. I know each tumbler maker uses a different one, but that's me. And then now basically we start. So how do we do it? It's all mess. You just start running your colors around. There's no right or wrong on this. There's no rhyme and reason. We just keep going with the colors, and then later on we will mix them. Doesn't matter how you place them now. I can tell you it's never gonna look how it look right now. So even if you love it, I'm so sorry to tell you, but it's not gonna look like that. And always remember, you have a bottom, yeah? There is a button on your tumbler too. You need to take care of it too. And don't be crazy, don't finish all of the thing here. You can always go to your molds. That's why it's really good for every tumbler maker to have molds. You can after do any pretty stuffy on molds, okay? You don't have to think that you have to put everything on it, because you don't. My customer here, as I said, she wanted all like pink shades, so that's why we're focusing on pink colors. As you can see, the thick epoxy that we put on the bottom, what is it doing? It's kind of like embracing the mica already. So it's kind of like help spreading it around. I'm gonna remember that I have a bottom and that I like a lot of color on the bottom of my tumblers as well. And some people is like, I don't see it. I do see it. Sorry, but I do see it. Okay, we're gonna stop there with that one. We're gonna move on with the purple one. And the epoxy rest, the slightly thicker it gets, so it's easier to do this for the simplest reason that, as you can see, it's kind of like stick on the toothpick, and then basically, or the wood stick, or however you want to call this, and then basically it's easier on the term of spreading, so it's not so liquids. Okay. Happy with that. Now I have to move to the white one. So I just realized I used this one here, but if we clean it, as you can see, it doesn't get that messy. And we're gonna move to the white. The reason why we are moving to the white is to make sure everything stays light colors. That's why I like to use white on the top, white on the bottom. So the white now will get all spread around the other colors, okay? Then once we warm it up, everything is just gonna become all mixed, and then the white will help the colors, as I say, to become slightly brighter. You have to keep that in mind. Otherwise, if your customer found all of your colors super dark, I will say to mix a little bit of white and whichever color they want directly first. I'm quite happy with how it looks now. This is the thing. Once you do it, it's done. Okay, there's no way back. No way to change it. It's just way now to work on it and to work on it and make it better. So let's go. Really hot right now. I don't want to touch it anymore. As you can see, everything has big mix. Let it be. And what I'm gonna do now is, with the epoxy that I have left, I'm gonna create a few molds. If your tumbler keeps spinning, don't worry about the dropping, because it's not gonna have any drops once it's dry out, okay? It's just dropping on the bottom. Yes, I'm so sorry we waste that, but it's fine. You don't have to worry about that. Worry about that this beauty is correct. And I'll see you tomorrow morning to show you how does it look. And once I move to step 2, which obviously I can't show you, so I will show you how this beauty turns up tomorrow morning.